Hello, world. This is CuzTheInternet podcast. I'm your host, Trey.
And I'm your host, Zay. Let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, how you been, man? Long time no speak. Long time no pod.
Living the life, man. Just chilling and killing. You know me, doing my thug sizzle. But no, just chilling,
American
man.
dream.
Maintaining exactly. How you been though?
I've been chilling, man. No real complaints.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up.
Life is good.
Yes, but we back at it again. Feel me?
Oh, you Billy Rock on any block. Because you Billy Rock, it reminded me of something that I want to ask you. Okay, this challenge that's going around is Can We Talk? Every 67 Campbell's Can We Talk?
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
To be honest, at first I didn't mind it. And then it just started getting killed. Like at first I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. People try to see where they could go. But then it got to the point where people like, I don't even want to do it. But because people was just like, bro, you know you wanted to do it, man. You know you wanted to do it. And it was just more annoying now just that everybody tried it. How you feel about it?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hmm.
I only seen two,
Okay.
and it was Anthony Anderson and Tank.
Okay.
And it bothered me
Hmm.
the way Tank sang it.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. That's it.
Okay.
Because we know Tank can really sing. We know he's crazy at singing.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that song justice at all. If I don't know if you remember it, I don't know if you even liked it, but he really did not do it well. It was not a good rendition of the song. Anthony Anderson was good.
First of all, I just want to sorry to cut you off. I just want to be like, don't put that on my name. Don't say you don't know if I like it or remember it. That's just way too much. Just I loved it and I remember it. Don't put that out there, even that there's a chance that I might not know that classic. But go ahead.
No, I'm talking about Tank's rendition of it.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. Of course, I know you know. Can we talk?
I thought you were talking about the Tevin Campbell. I'm like, but gee, how you gonna put that on me? You're like, I know where you grew up, and I don't know if you ever listened to the song or just saying.
No, Tank's version of it.
Got
horrible.
You.
I did not like it at
get
all.
You.
I can't even pretend.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all.
I didn't see the Anthony Anderson one.
Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Okay. I mean, he held his own. He's not a singer, so that's why I was like, all right, cool. But Hank, it let me down because he is a singer, and I feel like he tried way too much on the song.
Okay,
when it's just a simple. No, I'm just joking.
I honestly thought that was a segue to get you into yours. I was like, okay, I saw where you were going with it.
No. I thought about it and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not
gonna do it. I think we should let the people decide. I think we should let the people decide.
But anyways, I mean it's been long overdue. So you know what time it is.
What time is it?
It's time for Tales on the Internet. All right. So this one says, so my third grade boyfriend came in my store and looking at this cologne. We chatted a bit, and before he left, he took a pic of the cologne and said he was going to get his girl to get it for his birthday. Later, I picked it up and dropped it off to him. Was I wrong?
Hell yeah, she was wrong. Dude, like it's a nice gesture, but at the end of the day, he already said he was gonna get his. If he just said this is a clone I'm looking at, I really want, then it's like boom. But you're crossing line and boundaries when he already put a name on where that was supposed to be coming from. His girl might not even know or find out or care. But just mentally, it's just like, you crossed the line. That's why you even asked the question. Like, that's crossing the line because he already marked the territory as that's something personal that he wanted his girl to get him. So yes, I think that would be crossing the line. How about you? How you feel about that?
I agree.
Okay.
Now, exactly what you said. She did.
Mhm.
She knew exactly what she was doing. That's why she asked the question. So
Yeah.
she knew she was wrong for it. She was foul for it.
Mhm.
But just buying the clone, I think what people will like, what will resonate with people is
Mhm.
my third grade boyfriend came in the store. And people will think, oh, well, you guys used to go out and that's why it's foul.
Mhm.
Third grade. I don't know. I don't even care how old you are now. Because if you're old enough to work at a store and buy something, it was way beyond third grade. So therefore, it's nothing that you have to worry about with, oh, he's trying to.
See, I disagree. Sorry to cut you off, but I disagree. The fact that she refers to him as her third grade boyfriend, that's where the problem is. Not my friend from the
Hey,
third grade. It's my third grade. So she's already marked it. So for her, that's a memorable person. So that's therefore it's still a problem.
once again, I'm not saying she's right,
Mm,
but going out with somebody in elementary school and saying, "Oh yeah, that was my third grade girlfriend. That was my third grade boy," that don't mean nothing. It really doesn't. Now,
I,
I mean, unless you're still pining over the person, you still want the person,
that's the point.
then
I wouldn't be referred to the person as my third. Like I'd just be like, oh, whatever, whatever. And then if it came up, it's always just like, oh yeah, I remember you guys? And I'd be like, yeah. But I wouldn't be like, yeah, me and her used to date back in grade two. Like what? Like so, I'm just saying, for her to be calling him her third grade boyfriend means that she felt some territory on it, in my opinion. Like that's how I feel about it.
I guess.
Realistically, would you be like, yo, that's my kid? That used to be my kid. Like, would you refer to somebody as my kindergarten girlfriend came into the store? I know you. You wouldn't be like that. You'd be like, whatever, whatever. Came into the store or work or whatever. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool.
But to be fair,
Mhm.
I will say my friend.
Yeah.
Some people will say my ex boyfriend or my ex girlfriend,
Mm.
and it's happened to me where they were bothered that I referred to them as my friend and not
Yeah.
my ex girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is what it is.
I get you. I get you.
So
I'm
I
just
mean,
saying. She seemed a little crazy. That's what it sounded like to me. Referring to him as her ex boyfriend from the third grade, him clearly saying he has a girlfriend and he wants to ask his girlfriend to buy it and then she buys it and drops it off at his house. Nah, nah, nah. A bunch of red flags there. Just saying.
I mean, she definitely did cross the line
Mm,
buying it for him because I mean, hear me out. You can do it for a friend,
exactly.
even if okay, because she referred to it as my third grade boyfriend. That's why it's so. If she just
That's
said my friend from elementary school or my
mm-hmm.
friend came into the
Yeah,
store and da 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 da, then I'd be like,
exactly.
okay, cool. That's like okay. I know we
Mm.
spoke about this. Pretty sure we spoke about this. Mal, where he had a friend that I guess he used to talk to her. She went on a date with another dude,
Yeah,
and he
yeah. Paid for it and
split
all
the
that
bill.
stuff. And yeah,
Like they spoke about it. They have their understanding, and she thought it
mm.
was funny. He thought it was, I guess, funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be a shot at anybody, a diss, a jab, anything. It was just meant to be what it was. But it depends on who you ask. Because in her scenario, maybe it was really, you know what, I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart. But
Again,
because of how she
yeah. And it's not.
structured it,
And it's sorry to cut you off, but it's not because she bought it. It's because, in my opinion, he already said he was gonna get his girl to buy it. I think once people already say certain things, like it would just be foul of anybody, including myself, if I see an old friend and then you're like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get my boyfriend to buy this for me, and then I'm like, ah, I bought it for it. It's just to me, it's just marking on somebody's territory. It's wrong. Like they already said it. Like if you buy something else or whatever, it's cool to buy gifts, but I think when someone calls something out specifically, you respect the boundaries. That's how I see it. That's how.
I mean,
Mhm.
I would do something like that. If a friend of mine came and said,
Mhm.
"Hey, yeah, oh yeah, I really like this. I'm gonna holler at." my dude and ask him to buy
Well,
this for me. I'd be like, all right, cool. Like, it's my store. I can get a discount. I'm like, okay, yo, I know you like it. Here you go. It's not to say I want you or anything. I just, it's a friendly gesture.
but I would have
No,
an issue because, especially if I'm just throwing out the scenario, if my wife or girlfriend, let's say, came home and was just like, yeah, I saw this, what's call it? Can you please buy it for me? Boom, boom, boom. The next thing you know, I see it wrapped up in front of the house from Zay. I'd be like, why is he like, oh yeah, well I saw him, I told him I was gonna ask you to buy it, but then I guess he just bought it for me. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. That's how it is. That's how I feel personally.
because you're insecure or whatever.
I am insecure. I
No, I'm
put
just
hands and
joking.
feet on you. I don't care. You wasn't joking. You know me. Again,
Oh man, but nah. I mean, I get it. I
I missed this.
understand. Hmm?
I missed this.
Oh, so did I.
Yeah.
Oh, so much. There was this dude, or not this dude, this woman, this lady. Woman stuck with a $3,100 dinner bill after her blind date refused to pay for the 23 family members she brought along.
Mm-hmm.
What do we feel about this?
Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
The audacity of some people.
Mm.
You get asked on a date, you maybe asked for the date.
Mm.
Doesn't matter who asked who on this date,
Yeah.
but you know it's a date. How are you inviting 23 family members and running up a $3,100 bill and expect your date to pay for everything? It's not to say this is your engagement party and your fiance, husband to be is paying for everybody to be a part of their
Yeah.
special. This is a blind date.
Mm-hmm.
And you thought it was okay to bring 23 family members and put it on it. You're out of your mind. Crazy. No, I don't think the dude was wrong for leaving her with it.
Yeah.
I think the family members all should have paid their own stuff. If that was the case, like, anyways, go on. I'm just gonna keep repeating the same thing I was repeating.
And I'm probably just gonna repeat what you're saying, bro. It's crazy talk. It's crazy talk. The fact that I do not blame him, and usually, I'm all for, what I mean, just being a man and taking care. And if you ask someone on a date, you pay for it. Well, come on, talk about. And the family should know better. Like, if I'm just saying, if I was her father, if I was her uncle, if I was her cousin, I'd be like, you want me to come on a date with you with 22 other people, and we're gonna get this guy to pay for it? I'd be like, come on, man, we're not that sad. That's
But there are some people out there who are out there scamming dudes and all right, yeah, come, yeah, we'll get a free meal.
Bro, man.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't be the one to do it to because I do the same thing this dude.
100% I would do it, bro. If you called me and you said, yo, I'm here, she bought 23 family members, the bill's $3,000, I'd be like, yo, say you're going to the bathroom, I'll come pick you up. Like, bro, I'm not letting you pay for that. That's wild, man. No. I cannot co-sign that behavior. I'm all for chivalry, but no, that's what's killing it for sure.
So, speaking of chivalry, and being the man and doing things, the baby and Dangley were headlines a couple of weeks back.
Yeah.
I obviously am assuming you heard all about it.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that whole situation? Now, do you feel, because they both have different stories.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's lying? Do you feel like she's lying? Do you feel like things are not what they seem? Things are what they seem? What do you feel about it?
Okay, so I personally feel that the truth is somewhere in the middle. We both lived long enough lives that we understand that the truth can be viewed in so many different ways. Because he all reality could be telling her, you know what, we're just chilling, having fun, da da da. But I'm trying to further my career, so it's not what I'm looking for. But on that same hand of him saying that, he could be looking at her and saying, "I love you. It's just us. It's just right now I can't focus on us, but I'm gonna take care of you and the kid, blah blah." So he could be telling her everything she wants to hear, and also be telling the truth. And she could be hearing everything she wants to hear, but also see something different. So again, I think that it's somewhere in the middle. I think that it's just messy. I think that it's realistic though. That's the worst part. It's realistic, other than it being played out on social media because that. But in all reality, some people say whatever they want to get whatever they want, and that goes for both of them. So whether she is hearing what he's saying but still wants a family with him and still pushing that feeling and onto him, or whether he's telling her that what, we are going to be a family, but move in a certain way in public. So I think that's reality. That's the real world. That's what happens. It sucks. It's sad because there's a kid in the middle. But when people are all shocked at how it's played out, I'm like, that's legit. A lot of people's relationship. It's not surprising to me at all. It's just that these are famous people. That's the only difference. It's sad but true. How you feel about it?
So, like you said, it is a lot of people. A lot of people are in toxic relationships and don't even know it.
Yeah.
Don't. But that's not what bothered me about the whole situation.
Okay.
Him calling her out of her name is what bothered me.
Okay.
Like her just being aside. That's really what bothered me most.
Mm-hmm.
And then her explanation was, like you said, 3 sides to a story: his side, her side, and the truth.
Yeah.
Now, he's saying he's been telling her to leave. She's saying she's been there for however many months with the child. And the reason why he's kicking her out is because she got a plan B sent to the house. And basically she's like, why am I going to let him continue to shoot up the club and have another kid for him if he doesn't treat me, whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he was just like, oh, you just aside, that's what bothered me. Like it really did, because a lot of people, even though they'll say like, I'm not a role model, don't look up to me because whatever, we know a lot of people will look up to them because they are in places where these people want to be. So
Okay.
even though you don't see yourself as a role model, you are a role model. You are in the view of a lot of young, impressionable minds. So you going up saying, oh, she's this, that, they're just going to look at it as like, yeah, it's okay for me to call women out of their name. And that's what bothered me most. So, I mean, I know I didn't really answer it.
Yeah.
Because,
But no, I get what you're
it was what
saying.
it was, but
And it's not a defense at all. There's no defense for it because I get what you're saying. But being an adult, I understand, which is not a good thing, but emotions do get in, you know what I mean? So we only know what's being said and what's going on once the camera's on. So I understand it was triggering, bother. So and I fully understand that. But I also do understand that when you want someone to leave somewhere and they just won't, and it's just like when someone's just trying to escalate a situation and you're just like, yo, like, bounce. You try to say things to get them maybe so upset and bothered that they end up leaving. So I'm not saying that was his tactic, but I'm just saying that even though he might have chose the wrong words, and I don't know what the situation was, he could literally just be a jerk and be bullying her and be toxic and abusive. Like that could be him. But also I've seen it where men have tried everything to push women like out of their vicinity without having to go to jail. And so different tactics are tried to be used, which doesn't make it okay, but sometimes it's for their own protection. So they'll try to just bother the person so they leave. Not saying it's okay, not saying it's right, but I'm just saying that could be it too, where it's like we don't know how toxic she might be, where he's legit saying, leave. I don't want to call the police on you, don't want you to get arrested. You have my kid, but leave. And she might not be listening to that. So he might just be trying to bother her and hurt her enough that she doesn't want to be there, you know? Not saying it's okay, but it just can be the truth. Just saying.
the definition of toxic.
Facts. Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of relationships, okay.
Mhm.
I saw a post the other day. It was Melanie Fiona, her story.
Okay.
Now, on Instagram, she had a story. She actually gave birth as of right now, but when she posted this story, she was still pregnant.
Okay.
So she is married to her husband. They have a child already. She was pregnant with the second child.
Okay.
Now, her husband was leaving the house. She asked him, "Hey, where are you going?" He said, "A bagel shop." So she said, "Can you get me an everything bagel with cream cheese?" So he said, "Okay." He went to this bagel shop and came home. In the bag were two everything bagels with cream cheese. And in another bag, there was a tuna melt. And she said, "Ooh, tuna melt. Hey, did you get me one?" He said, "No." Then she proposed a question. Was he wrong for only getting himself the tuna melt
Hmm.
or not?
Yeah.
And so my question for you, knowing the back story and everything where she's pregnant, she can't go herself
Yeah.
and whatever. Is he wrong or no?
Okay. So again, I have to preface this by saying I'm a man, so I might not understand the logic that other sexes might have. But me myself, I see it as you ask for something specific. It's not like, hey, can you just get me something? Then it's just like, yo, you know what? I might have wanted that. I can understand the grievance. But no, you specifically asked for an everything bagel with cream cheese. And I got two of them. I got you two because I know you might be hungry. So I got two of them for you.
No, actually, one was for him, one was for her.
I was just trying to
But
save my
he saw
man.
the
I
tuna
was
melt
assuming
and
that
got the
might have
tuna
been.
melt.
Like I was assuming that might have been. So I was trying to hold. See, you kind of all right. But see, so to be honest, the messed up part would honestly be because he bought two and the one. The messed up part would be if he didn't offer to split it with her. You know why? Because at that point he's just like, I kind of fell for it, but I bought blah blah blah. So that would make sense. Now if he was just like, no, I bought this for myself and I bought one of those, you're like, come on, bro. That I could understand if she had an issue. But if he came back and was just like, no, okay, you want half? Cool. Then no, she's. I don't think that. Bring it back to the question. She shouldn't be mad, but she should be mad if he doesn't offer to give her half. That's how I see it. How you feel about it?
I don't think he's wrong at all. He's
But
not wrong.
he bought her
She's not.
something extra for himself.
No, he's still not wrong. If
No,
he
not at
went,
all. But
if
go
she
ahead.
asked for it and he went to the store and bought himself one and did not buy her one, then
Yeah,
he'd be wrong.
yeah,
But you asked for A, B, C, D. I
yeah,
brought you A, B, C, D.
yeah.
Therefore, he is not wrong for bringing her what she asked for.
Fully agree. Fully agree.
Now, she is not wrong for feeling the way she felt because
Mm-hmm.
in her mind, she was like, you could have called me and said, "Hey, by the way, they have XYZ here."
Mm-hmm.
But his defense was, I didn't know the menu. I didn't even know they had it. I just got there, I saw it, and I thought, oh, I would enjoy that. And I bought
Yeah,
it for myself.
yeah,
So he wasn't thinking anything more than that. But
yeah.
in her mind, in her first response or her reaction would have been, let me call him to find out if he wants to try this as well, because this is here as
Yeah,
well. So this is
yeah.
why I'm saying she's not wrong for feeling the way she felt because she knows she would have done that for him. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't be mad at him for not doing what you would do because he is not you. So therefore, I don't think any of them are wrong. Now, personally, I agree with you
Mm-hmm.
with, okay, you want half?
That's all. That's the only thing. If he doesn't offer half, then I think he's wrong. I'm sorry, because
Even, no.
because
Even if he doesn't offer the half.
the thing is he bought himself. That's the only reason I'm arguing this is because he bought himself the same thing she bought herself. So he bought for her. I mean, so he bought himself
Hmm.
the same thing she bought for she wanted. So at that point, you understand that hey, you can feel for something else or not, right? Like he fell for the tuna melt, but he's like, I also want what you're having. So therefore, she could feel the exact same way by that same logic. So I would just think that it would be okay. It would make more sense. Be like, okay, I didn't know if you wanted this. This is something I wanted, but boom, boom, I also have what you have. I just think it just would be even. I think that'd be mad selfish and stingy if you were just like, nah, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have what you just had. I'd be like, bruh, come on, bruh, come on.
Hear me out though.
Mm-hmm.
She did not know there was a tuna melt there.
Yeah.
So suppose he got the tuna melt for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He got her the bagel and cream cheese for herself. There's a second bagel and cream cheese just in case she wanted more. She was feeling peckish because he knew that's what she wanted. So he's willing
And
to
that's
split
what I
the
said.
bagel and cream cheese with it.
See, but that's my whole point because that's what my point was is that if he bought her two, then I'd be like, yo, no, that's his sandwich. He bought you two of what you wanted. He got that. Now I wouldn't expect him to split at all. If he chose to, that's cool. But at that point, if you only bought that for yourself, but if you bought her two of the same thing just in case she wanted more, bro, you went above and beyond already. You went above and
That's
beyond.
not what I said.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
No, that's not what I said. I said he bought a tuna melt for himself,
Yeah.
bought a bagel and cream cheese for her.
Yeah.
He bought a second bagel and cream cheese for himself that he'd
Exactly.
be willing to share with her if
Wait.
she wanted.
No, I understand what you're saying. You're saying that
Okay.
now, right? But the initial one was that he bought it for himself. Initially, what you said before, that he bought a second one for himself.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you can't be like, I bought this for myself, but I'll share what you have for this one if you want. No, G, I'm sorry, bro.
No, obviously that's messed up because
Yeah.
obviously she'd be like, well, I want to try that. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, at the end of the day, as long as he's offering something, you know what? At the end of the day, I still don't think he's wrong. I still don't
Mhm.
think she's wrong. She can
Yeah.
feel the way she feels. He did exactly what he
Yeah.
understood the assignment. I guess
100%.
he just didn't want the extra. He didn't want the extra credit.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. Okay,
He
I feel you
understood the
on that.
assignment.
Yeah.
He just didn't do the bonus question. That's it.
Yeah.
So
How we arguing over bagels right now, man? Let's move this along,
I'm
man.
hungry.
Right? You get me? I'm
Bagel
just thinking, I'm just like, bruh. Okay. He's arguing
But
for
yeah,
20 minutes.
but yeah. So I mean, now the only way I said, like you were saying, the only way I say he's wrong is if he did not share anything with her,
Yeah.
or if he was eating the tuna melt and she asked for a piece and he was like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
But you can have a piece of the of the other bagel and cream cheese. Is like, I already got one. I just want to taste what you had.
You know what would
'Cause-
get me in trouble though? Because
What?
I would say no, but I'd say it knowing that I would give it, but just to mess with the person or to mess with the wife, and then she wouldn't want it after that, and then I'd get in trouble. That's honestly what
Yeah.
I'd be like, can I have it? Be like, no, I bought it for me. You asked for that, I gave you that. No one I'm gonna give it, but I already messed up saying no. I
Yeah.
already messed up. So just
I mean,
that out there.
I wouldn't say no. I'd be like,
Mhm.
really want it? Like,
Mhm.
golly. But those restaurants that do the girlfriend portions where you get a plate like fries, and then for like $3 more, you get say a handful of more fries. So this way, if she wants some, she can get some, or you get.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? Have you
No,
ever?
I never heard of it. It makes sense, but I never heard of it.
Or you order a thing of chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
Say for $3, they give you 2 extra wings. So this way, if she wants a wing, she can.
Yeah.
I was like, genius. So
It
everybody needs to start
it
doing this
makes
stuff
sense.
because even when they say, nah, I'm good. You sure? Nah, I'm good. And then you go and get yourself something and be like, smells good. Can I have? It's like, I asked you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the most annoying thing in the world because you got enough where you know, okay, this is the exact portion where I'm going to be great. Like, I'm not going to be too full. I'm not going to be too hungry after. I'm going to be just right. But then she'll ask for something. You're like, oh, okay. There you go.
You damn bear.
Yeah.
But not so just right.
Right.
But you know what's messed up, which I hate, but I'm like an oversharer, right? So I don't like sharing because I overshare. So let's say I'm like, okay, what do you want? The wife will tell me. I'm like, all right, cool, boom. Are you sure that's all you want? I'm gonna get this. She's like, okay, I might take a bite. I was like, no, I'll get you your own. So you want that too? All right, boom. So she's like, no, no, I'll just take that. Boom, boom. Fine, get that. I was like, oh, okay, can I just get this? I'm like, and be like, no. It's like, can I get this? Then she'll be like, no, 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 I don't want it. Remember the whole no thing? Then she'll be like, I want it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, try. Then she'll take a try it. She'll take a bite. But now that she took a bite and she really enjoyed it, now I'm just like, okay, you want more? Take more. You want more? So I don't like sharing, okay? Because I'm just an over sharer. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe I'm an oversharer as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't say the no thing. I'm just like, would you like? Sure. Or I'll get you your own. Like, well, no, it's okay. It's okay. Or like, I'm still gonna get it. Or if I don't get it and then be like, do you want some? Sure. Like, eat. Just eat.
Yeah.
Eat until you're good, because I mean,
Exactly.
it is what it is.
Same.
But
Same. And then I'm just like, I just can't do it because I don't feel good or I don't enjoy that as much if I know that you aren't able to get what you want. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, oh man. So yeah. So that's why. That's why
I
I
just
say
want to
no
put this
initially.
out there. In no way, shape, or form am I complaining about sharing. I enjoy sharing with you. It's amazing.
Right.
It's the most amazing.
Better not try to share with my wife. What the hell are you talking about, Zay? Hey, babe. I heard that you were sharing food. I heard you're sharing food with Zay. Oh.
So because we left you guys for so long, we're on vacation. I have another one for you guys. So you know what time it is?
What time is it again?
It's time for the tales of the internet again. This one is just, I'll just read it. So this is what the person's quote was. Every time I make love to my fiance, he asks me to pretend I'm dead. Says it turns him on. Advise me.
My advice would be leave him. Because if he don't mind with your dead body, it's not a good sign. It's not a good sign.
It really isn't.
Yeah.
It's
my
really
man
not.
starfishing it up. How you feel?
Like, we're not even going to talk about when you were younger. We're going to talk about like past lives or stuff like that, okay?
Okay, I want to hear some stuff. Go ahead.
No, I'm talking about, like, I'm asking you a question, but I'm talking about a past life. I'm not talking about in this life, because you love your wife, you've only been with your wife, and that is it. That's all.
Like the way you think.
In a past life, have you ever experienced the starfish?
Damn you.
Now, you don't have to answer.
Okay, good.
Because in a past life, I have.
Okay.
Now, if this dude wants someone to play dead, and that experience was anything like the experience I had with the starfish,
I just came.
this guy has problems. Because when it was happening, it had me questioning everything I've ever known in the history of my life. I really was questioning myself, because it threw me off. It really was weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, after everything was said and done, we're having a conversation, and she was talking to one of her friends and so she's telling me about the conversation she had with her friend, and her friend was she was telling her friend how amazing it was and it was good and this and that. And I thought to myself, huh? How? Nothing. Like, you didn't do anything. Not a sound, not a peep, not a move, nothing. So I said, okay, I have to make up for this. And it was the same thing again.
I just came.
And once again, it was enjoyable for her, but it was just weird for me. So for this dude to ask his fiance to pretend like she is deceased
Yeah.
because it turns him on, he has, you know what? I'm not here. I'm not trying to kink shame anybody,
You could
talk
definitely
about
save that. You
anybody,
could save that.
tell anybody, but
That's one of them that it's okay to save. It's fine.
yeah, like
So yeah.
you're on a different level. That's what you're on. That's
So funny thing that you're saying though, because I don't think it gets spoken up enough. Like guys can not enjoy it too, because it's mostly like girls that complain on not enjoying it and being bad. It could be bad for guys too. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's just we don't really speak about it too much, but it does happen where it's like a starfish situation or something where it's just like okay.
Yeah. And see, this is the thing. Just like you're saying,
Mm,
just like it's unenjoyable for women, it can be unenjoyable for men.
mm,
Same way women would be like, oh, he went down and it was horrible. He didn't know what he was doing.
mm,
Teeth and he was just. Men can say the same thing. It's just, you know what? Sometimes men are just like, it is what it is. It's doing a trick. So
mm.
I'll just deal with it. But
Yeah, and
there
sometimes
are a lot
dudes
of
fake
times
it
where,
too. Sometimes dudes even fake it
yep,
too. So it's just like okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm finished. Okay, yeah. I had to do that. I've had to do that. In
Uh,
a past life, of course.
okay, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah,
Man,
it's kind of funny because it does not get spoken of enough. It does. Yeah, it definitely does
it
happen.
really doesn't.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
everything, not everything, and it's not to shame anybody, but
Hmm.
it's not always a prize. Okay, just like not all men are a prize or a gift
Yeah.
with what they give. Not same thing for women. It's not always a gift. It's not always
Yeah.
you know. So it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Off topic. So, see the thing is podcast. I saw a clip for it,
Okay.
and Mandy B is talking to Bridget Kelly, or she's just talking out loud, talking about Titanic. She loves that movie. She's watched that movie time and time again, and
Mm-hmm.
it's basically her favorite movie. And Bridget Kelly said, "I've never seen Titanic."
Mm-hmm.
And Mandy was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean you've never seen Titanic?" And she was like, "Well, I think about it, and am I really gonna waste 3 hours just to watch it? I don't really feel like it." And Mandy B was crushed because she really didn't see Titanic. And after that happened, I thought to myself, are there any cult classics that I haven't seen or you
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen? And I can think of a couple for myself. One being Fight Club. I've never seen Fight Club. And this is all because of my stubbornness.
Mm-hmm.
I vowed never to watch that movie.
Why?
Because there was an ex-girlfriend of mine. What happened? Well, at the time, she was my girlfriend. This is years and years and years ago. So, I mean, it really is nothing of importance. This is really just me being petty.
You got you into a fight club?
I can't talk about it. But what happened was she ended up going to see that movie with another dude. And obviously, she told me she went and saw the movie. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but we don't need to get into
I'm
details.
just thinking about cologne right now. Well, go ahead.
Thinking about what?
Cologne.
Cologne?
Yes. Because that whole pettiness about the buying a gift for a friend or whatever. Who cares? But then she went to go watch a movie, and you're just like, it's over. It's over. I can't be with somebody that watches a movie with other people. I can't do it.
Oh no, we were still together.
I
Just,
know.
I
I'm
didn't
just
watch the
playing it.
movie.
I got you. I'm just
But
with you.
I mean, there's more to it, so I'll explain it to you off camera. But
Yeah, I got you.
the cousins, this is all they need to know. I've just being petty, and I've never wanted to see the movie. I was like, you know what?
Couldn't
I'm
do
never
it.
gonna watch the movie.
Yeah.
And she's asked me to watch the movie, and I was like, nope. It's come on TV, and I'm like, nope. I worked at Blockbuster for however many years, and I was like, nope.
Honestly,
Refused.
you sound like George Costanza or something, bro. Yeah. Never watched it.
So there's that, and then there's also The Notebook. I've never watched The Notebook.
Yeah.
And once again, same ex-girlfriend, but it's not because of her watching with anybody else. She was just like, oh my gosh, it's the most amazing movie ever. You have to watch it. I was like, nope, not gonna watch it. And just because I vowed to not watch it, I've never watched it. That's it. Just me being petty.
No, I feel you.
Are there any movies out there that you have not seen?
It's funny that you said that, because of course I watched Fight Club. Fight Club's fire, right? But something that is going to be groundbreaking that a lot of people might not know. I've never watched The Notebook. And the reason why it might be groundbreaking is because I've told people I've watched The Notebook. So I've definitely lied so many times about that. Never watched it though. I just, for one, didn't want to be the only one odd man out. And two, I never wanted to watch it, so I didn't want no one to force me to. So I always be like, yeah, I watched it. Oh, the part, yeah, always makes me cry. Always makes me cry. So that's a fun fact. Yeah. So The Notebook.
Yeah. So is there a hood classic that you've never seen that people will feel like, you know what? We're gonna take away your black card because you haven't seen this.
You know what? Okay, so I don't know if my black card's gonna be taken away, but I think people believing me is gonna get taken away. Backstage, basically, the Hard Knock Life story, the Backstage movie.
Okay.
Never seen it, and so many people have seen it, and they've always asked me if I've seen it. I'm like, yep, saw it, amazing, classic. Never seen it, bro. And I've tried to get in front of the lie, so I've tried to find it, I've tried to download it. Nowhere to be found, bro. So I just have to come out and say I've never seen it, bro. I've never seen it. But yeah, never seen Backstage.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I know, I've been lying. I know. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but okay.
You look so disgusted and hurt. I don't even know you.
Because in my mind, I was like, I swore we watched it with you guys at your house.
Maybe you saw us on.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Because he's seen
exactly
it.
What I was thinking.
He's seen it. I've never seen it. And I've been like, golly, Brad. I've been trying to find it just so I could stop that lie. But
to be fair, though, he probably has it on DVD somewhere, you know.
I don't know, B. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to ask, but I'm pretty sure. Either way, it feels good to get it off my chest. Oh. What about you, man? Are you?
And see, this is with hood classics is different because I don't know if it's really a classic, if it's really one of those. This is how I break it down. Don't Be a Menace to South Central, we're drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
So I try to think of all those titles in that to see if, and obviously South Central is one that I've never seen, but I don't know if it's a hood classic or if it's just a hood movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I get you.
So I mean, if I have to answer it, I mean, I'd say that, but I don't know.
Interesting. So time out.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably gonna lose my black card for this. There was a movie called South Central.
Yeah.
Okay, so I definitely didn't see it. I definitely didn't see it. I just thought it was a cool name. They were just trying to add more to it because I knew the other one. So I was like, oh, they were just trying to make it go together. Okay, so no, I've never seen that. I don't think it's a classic. It might be though. Don't kill me. It might be. But
Exactly.
I don't know it like that. I didn't know it like that. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna just leave that as you. I don't want to lose my black card off that. For sure. Can't believe you never watched that. It's like, yo, you can't help yourself, huh? I watched that like 20 times. So, yeah.
The next episode you can be like, yeah, I have a confession. I ain't seen it either.
You can't help yourself, right? For no reason. Yeah.
So there's a trend going around. I don't even know if this is a real trend. I don't even know if trend is the right word. It's definitely something that's going on in the States where they have barbershops, but they have women of all types of shapes and sizes. And while they're cutting their hair or doing facials, whatever they're doing, they break out and dance, start twerking and stuff like that. How do you feel about those?
Okay, to be honest, I don't know how I feel about them. Now, the thing is, let's say if it was at a restaurant or something, I'd be like, nasty, whatever. At a barbershop, I guess if it's a grown environment, not just a general barbershop where kids and stuff that go, like if it's at a grown environment barbershop, I think that would be dope. Let's say you're having a bachelor party or something and you guys all want to go get cleaned up before you get your haircuts. It would make before you go out, I mean, it would make sense going to a spot like that, getting it done, and just like it'd just be a good vibe just to chill in. So I could see that in certain circumstances being dope, but just as a regular Thursday morning going to get a haircut and she's reading her newspaper, sees you walk in, like okay, I don't think that it really makes too much sense though, but I think it can have its place and be entertaining in the right situation. How do you feel about it?
You know what? Thank you.
Mm.
Because it really bothered me. It really did. I really did not find the sense in it. I'm going to get my hair cut. What are you stopping and dancing for? Just finish cutting my hair. Let me do what I have to do. It really did bother me. But then you saying, okay, if you do something like that, that's when I think, okay, you know what? It can work. There's a time and place for everything. If you're having a bachelor party and you're like, all right, yo, let's go get cleaned up at Shea Haircuts. We go there, they give us a little dance while they cut us, and we have something to look at. We get something to drink. All right, cool. And we are on our way after. Okay, that was entertainment. And then that can definitely work. That's pretty dope too. Like it's a dope idea. Hopefully our brothers work on it and make that happen.
Big fact.
But yeah. So it is what it is. But yeah, that definitely could work. I like that. I actually like that as an idea. But unfortunately, these people are not doing that for their idea. They're just random and it's just annoying.
Doing their thing. Yep.
There's this dude from Comcast fell asleep during my install, and I dead ass let him sleep because bro needed it. So, dude from Comcast went to hook up whatever he was hooking up, and he fell asleep. Dude let him sleep. Now, I'd ask you how you feel about it, but I want to go first.
Okay, sounds good.
Am I paying for this service? Is it a free service? Because, like a plumber, for example, they come to your house, you're paying per hour. So they come to your house and you're paying them to sleep while they're supposed to be working? Nah, I ain't gonna let you sleep. Wake up and do what you have to do. Comcast comes, I'm guessing they're fixing my internet, a satellite, something.
Yeah.
I guess I can let you sleep, but while you sleep, I'm just chilling watching you because I can't watch TV. I can't do anything. So that's where I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Depends on the person though.
Mhm.
It really does. If the person's cool, like, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. But if the person is a jerk, and you know what? We don't even know what the person went through in their day. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they woke up in the morning and they got bad news, and that's why they're in that mindset. We don't know.
Mhm.
The reason why I'm saying all this, because at first I was like, I can oversleep, but you know what? I probably would.
Mhm.
I probably would. There was a time I went to work and there was a driver for ATS. He came to the store to pick up boxes. Now, I was at Blockbuster. Um, we had to count the boxes, make sure they count the boxes, make sure the numbers were correct. So, he dropped off boxes and I had to count it. So he dropped off the boxes and so I'm counting it. Now, I know I was having a bad day because I didn't want to be at that store. They asked me if I can help out. I went to the store, so this was not my home store. And the store sucked. I was like, I don't want to be here, but
Mhm.
whatever. I had to be there. So now he comes and drops off the stuff. So now I'm counting. And he's like, okay, well, I got to go. And I'm like, well, I have to count it. So now we get into like a mini argument, disagreement, because he just wants me to accept it. And I'm like, no, I can't accept it. I have to count the boxes.
Mhm.
And so then he, at the end of it, said, you know what? God's going to punish you. And I said, you know what? He already did by sending me to the store and sending you as the ATS driver.
Mhm.
And so after I finished counting, he left. And I was like, all right, cool. It is what it is. The following week, he came back. And I was there again. But at this point, I guess I came to grips with me having to be there. So
Mhm.
it was what it was. And once again, it's not to say I did anything wrong. I wasn't even being rude when I had said I had to count it. I just
Mhm.
wasn't being nice or polite. I was just, okay, I gotta count it. And he was trying to like, well, yo, you can just do whatever. So when he came back the next week, he was like, so are you in a better mood? And I was like, yeah, I guess so. And then I was like, look, and we actually spoke about it and squashed it. Like,
Yeah.
yo, basically, whatever they tell me I have to do it, this is why I was doing it. Not because I was trying to make, and he became the coolest ATS driver after that because I mean, he understood the assignment, I understood the assignment, we were on the same page. And I was like, you know what? He always comes, he always brings the right stuff. So what am I really counting it for? Just have to make sure I have all the right boxes. And if I have a wrong box, next time he comes back and be like, here you go. So
Yeah.
yeah. So once again, I let them sleep just because I talked myself into it. Yourself?
You definitely did. But no, honestly, I would okay, realistically, I'll put it this way. Now, me, wife, kids, I ain't letting you sleep. You gotta do your job, gotta go. If I was single, living the life, I'd be like, bruh, I don't care, man. Knock out. Whatever you wake up, figure it out, but no. I wouldn't mind if I was single, but no, with the wife and kids and stuff, you ain't sleeping in my house. Hurry up. Gotta go. That's just that simple for me. No, I'm not that nice. Nah, I'm good.
How do you feel about? Well, obviously, it's a post that I'm getting this from, but this is something that I guess people have questioned and done and spoke about for years. But when you bring a bottle to someone's house for a gathering,
Yeah.
do you leave said party with said bottle?
All right. So I think me personally, no, but I think in certain situations it might be okay. Although it's still tacky, extremely tacky. You bring something, you're supposed to leave it. That's what the scenario is supposed to be. But I'm just saying, certain situations it could be okay. Like let's say you bring, I don't know, a case of 2-4 to somebody's house. I know that's crazy, but a case of 2-4. and nobody in the house drinks, and they're just like, "Yo, take it with you. We don't drink it. We don't want it. Take it with you." Then you're just like, "Yo, all right, okay, well, you know what I mean? If they're telling you to take it, I think it's okay." Two, if the second one I don't agree with, because that's the thing. I'm just trying to make it more palatable, because I don't agree with it. If you bring it, you're supposed to leave it. But I'm just saying, if someone brings their bottle, all right, let's say it's not an event where you bring your thing. Let's say it's something that alcohol is supposed to already be there, right? But you bring your own bottle of what you want to drink. And that's what you've been drinking all night. That's your thing. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying that I guess I could understand it more if you haven't been drinking nothing else. You only brought your drink and you're moving around with your drink and you end up leaving, but you still have your drink. Again, I don't agree with it. I think if you bring something, you're supposed to leave it. But I'm just saying that I think it's just a little bit easier to digest. What about you?
Um, I agree. I mean, I personally would not take back the alcohol
Same thing.
unless they say, yeah, nobody's gonna drink it. Take it, take it, take it. Obviously,
Same
they're
thing.
saying to take it, so you take it. But you go
Exactly.
to a party and it's you, unless it's
Yeah.
like, say, a cooler fed where you bring
Mm.
your own alcohol, a cooler full of your own alcohol. Obviously, you leave with your own alcohol. But you
Exactly.
go to a house party
Yeah.
where you bring alcohol, everybody's drinking, and then you're like, all right,
Yeah.
cool, I'm gonna leave with mine. It's like, nah, just leave it there.
Exactly.
Or
Fully agree.
one of those scenarios where you go somewhere, you bring a bottle, but you don't drink anything, you don't open the bottle, and you're not even there for that long. So say you get there and you're there for half an hour max. No, but see, I'm not saying it's right, but
Nah.
then that's another reason where I can say, you know what?
Nah.
I don't wrong you for leaving with it.
Yeah. The thing, did you question on that scenario? Did you put down the alcohol with the other alcohols? If you put it down with the other
Yeah,
alcohols, you can't pick it back up. You gotta leave it.
yeah.
If you still had it in your hand the whole night, just you never cracked it, didn't drink no other alcohol, you just stood there, of course, keep it moving. It's fine. But if you put it down, bruh, you can't just come back like, oh, well, I didn't drink it. No way. Ah, that's just so disgusting to me. So,
See, and this is it. Like I said,
hmm,
I will leave it.
yeah.
But I was just trying to think of another way to for somebody to be like, you know what? I guess I'll give you a blind. But yeah, I mean, I don't.
To me, the only way it's okay, and it's still,
Is if they say
you
to
know,
take it.
for one,
No,
if
if
they,
they
one
that's the
hundred
only
percent,
way.
no, no,
That's the only
no,
reason
no,
why it's okay.
100%. But I'm just saying another way, which I don't fully agree with, but I could understand, is if you kept it in your possession the whole night. If you did not put it down with the other alcohols for anybody else to be sipping on, you know what I mean? Where it was literally you brought that as your thing and you're just leaving with your thing. Hey man, I'm not feeling it, but I'd be like, that's you. But if you brought it and you put it with the other alcohols and everybody's messing with it, drinking your drink, and then now you're like, okay, well, I'm taking it to go with. Like, oh, bruh, nah, man, you can't just take the party favor like that. Nah, not
I
cool.
mean,
Either way,
it's
but
not cool unless they tell you to take it.
exactly.
That's all
That
I'm saying.
part we 100% agree on. So that's it. That's the only way it's cool. The other way, we're just trying to give you take backers an excuse. That's pretty much it.
uh, this is a random one. Would you run naked in a mall for 3 minutes for $30 million?
That's a foolish question. Hell yeah. I'll do it for 30 minutes. They'd be like, we only asked you for 3. I'm like, I'm taking it. I'll make it worth it. You know what? But the messed up part though, the messed up part, it's horrible. But if there's kids in the mall, now you got a
Hmm.
what's call it? Now you got a real
Yeah.
charge. Yo, you got to be put on a
Yep.
registry and whatnot. Yeah, that's messed up. But in general, man, 3 minutes, and they didn't say where, right? Or did they have you have to run to the mall?
It just says, would you run naked in a mall for 3 minutes for $30 million?
Bruh, pause. But what I would do is just straight up go into a bathroom stall and just run in the circle for 3 minutes. I think outside the box. No,
Sure.
dude, 3 minutes. You just have to run in a mall naked. You didn't think about that, huh?
No, I wouldn't do it. Period.
Really?
Yeah. No.
For 30 mil?
Well, see, I didn't think of it. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, you can't just run in a bathroom stall.
Well, you didn't say it. Now I waste the street. You better give me some 30 more mil.
Speaking of 30 mil, okay. I know you've seen these videos where this dude's interviewing people and he says, okay, would you do whatever, I'll give you $10,000.
Yeah.
And then they say yes or no, and it can go up, it can go down. I seen one where this dude, a manager at a job, I can't remember what fast food restaurant it was,
It was like
but
a
he said,
McDonald's or something. Yeah.
yeah,
Something like
he
that.
said, for 10,000, will you quit your job right
Wendy's.
now? He
I think
said,
it was Wendy's. Yeah.
yeah, he said, nah. He's like, I wouldn't quit for 10,000. Like 20,000. He's like, nah, I make that whatever. He went up to 40,000, and he said, I'll give you 40,000 if you quit right now. So he walked inside. F you, I quit. Okay, cool. I seen another video where this dude and his girl are walking, and the dude is interviewing him saying, would you, your laptop, if you can throw it off of this building and your girl catch it, I'll give you whatever. He said, nah, I ain't gonna do it. He's like, I have like confidential work stuff and blah, blah, blah. And he went up in price, and finally his girl's like, I can do it. And he's like, yo, you sure you can do it? She's like, yeah, I can do it. So, okay. So you have to like flip it. You can't just toss it down. You have to flip it so she has to catch it. Okay, cool. She went up top. He went up top, flipped it, and she just walked away. Laptop smash. So obviously don't get the money. There's one where can your girl sing? Nah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, if she can sing, basically she can break his iPhone or whatever. So then she sings, she's great at singing, and she takes his iPhone and smashes on the floor. So I'm asking all this because the money question is involved, because these people are doing all these things for money. My question for you, though, is, do you believe these videos are real? Or do you believe they're just made just for likes?
Okay. I think 90% of them are made for just for like, bro, come on. Half of them is just like, really, I don't know. I think 90% are just for like. The thing is, the one where dude went back into the restaurant and was shooting, he shot the stuff out of the people's heads and stuff. I was like, maybe that one could be real, but maybe not. You know what I mean? Because he was just like, you're fired, F you, and shot the boom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that one seems like it might be, but for the most part, the rest of them, I'm not really digging. I don't think so, bruh. Like, unless they film like a bunch of them where they always strike gold. Like, realistically, they're shooting the iPhone for one on the floor. Come on, really? What did you get out of that?
That one is the one that bothered me a lot as well, because name a talent that you have. She's like, I can sing. He said, nah. She's like, I can sing. He's like, You've been with your girl. Even if you've been with her for, I don't know, 2 months.
Yeah.
You had to have heard her sing. For you to say, no, she can't sing. Like, if you've never heard her sing, you can't say, no, she cannot sing.
Yeah.
If you've heard her sing, you would not say, no, she cannot sing. So this is why it bothered me, because you guys are obviously doing this for the camera.
Yeah.
But anyways.
No, and that's the point. That's the whole point. Like that one was ridiculous. Unless, like I said, they're always striking gold. Because the laptop thing, it was just like, come on, really? Now you chose the time to break up with them when you guys were offered a bunch of money, catfish, and be like, oh, see, I got your back. Really? Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't know. So no, salt for life. I'm not too fond of those joints at all. At first, I was kind of intrigued. I was like kind of enjoying watching people quit their jobs for money. But then after they started getting out of hand with half of these nonsense, I'm like, ah, it's fake.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, it really bothers me. I was like, these are so fake. I was like, there's one that I seen, and this one I don't believe was fake because she
Mm,
wasn't offered that much money. She was offered
mm,
$200 to tell a secret that you kept from your parents.
mm.
And so she said, okay. She's like, you know what? F it. I'll go for it. She said she's 17 years old. And her boyfriend, who her parents believe is also 17 years old, is not 17 years old. He's 24 years old. So she's 17, he's
Yeah,
24.
yeah.
Okay. How many years is that apart?
Oh, you want me to do the math? 7.
7. Okay.
Yo, thanks.
So so
You think I had it?
now
Yeah, no face in me.
I didn't. I've seen you do math before.
Oh, you thought we started to sweat. I was like,
But then the next question that was asked to her
mm.
was, how long have you guys been dating for? And she said 4 years. So
You want me to do the math again?
how?
Okay.
Like, when you're older, I get it. There's no real big difference in the age.
When you get to a certain age, yes.
Exactly. But
Mhm.
you being 20, looking at a 13-year-old, like,
Parents to call the
people
police
are
on
different,
them,
man.
G. People, let's not call them people, but yeah.
People are different.
No,
People are
disgusting.
different.
Dude, that's predatory behavior. That's not people, man. Predators. That's what he was. He
Mhm.
legit was. It's not even, or is not even was. That's not even something to say people I did. Like, no, that's predatory behavior. Like he legit went after a little kid. That's disgusting. Parents should definitely call the police on him.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Did we talk about it? The Godfather, who was in his 50s,
Yeah, I believe we spoke about that. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I ended up marrying his goddaughter. Yeah.
and she just turned 18. That's when
Yeah.
he married her. That means you were in her life for however many years. How long were you grooming her for
Predatory,
this?
bro.
And then
Predatory.
to be okay, like, people need to be careful who they have around their kids, their
1000%.
family, their themselves, period. Because
Yes.
not
100%.
everybody is trustworthy. Not all
More
skin
than
folk.
trustworthy.
What's the saying?
Not
Not
all.
all skin folk is kinfolk.
Yeah,
Not all
exactly.
kinfolk is kinfolk. Not all
All
skin folk
now
kinfolk.
kinfolk. But either
Yeah.
way, I agree with that. But it's just, yeah, it's disgusting, man. Like people are real predators. Like, how could you be? Yeah, no, that's sad and sickening. Honestly, that's really sad and sickening. And if I was the parents that allowed that person in our life, oy vey, bruh. I'm already 50. Knock on wood, I'd have 20 more years. I think I could do it. I think I could do it locked up. I think I could. I'll be fine.
Trust me,
Yeah,
I do it too,
yeah.
hands down.
Um, just a side note, bro. Um, Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry now it's rumored that they have an open marriage, open relationship of and yeah, that it's mainly her getting piped down, piped down, out there in these streets. And I saw what Corey Holcomb actually put it best.
Steph Curry and his father married whores.
Wow.
I know it's wrong. And what they're blaming it on too, which is messed up, but I'm wondering if there's any truth to it. I don't know when this open relationship might have started, or if it's just rumors, mind you, because it could all just be rumors. But remember, Ayesha Curry was on Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett,
Yeah.
and so they were just speculating, basically saying like, I wonder if she might have gotten into the air and trying to make them expound what they're trying to do. But it's crazy. I don't. Again, I'm not here to judge anybody's relationship, what works for them. That's not at all. All I'm saying is that for his brand, that is a bad look. Again, and it could just be hate and rumors. Nobody should care what you do in your personal life as long as it's nothing illegal. We all agree. But I'm just saying, as far as his marketability and the brand that he's pushing, that's still definitely not a good look, I don't think. How do you feel about it?
I mean, the truth is, as long as he's not hurting anybody, it's not going to change anything. All publicity is good publicity. What's going to happen is, but hear me out. None of them has come out and say it's true, it's false, or anything.
Yeah.
So it's going to be what it is. He's still going to have his brand deals. Everything's going to be fine. Unless it comes out where, oh yeah, he's with 6, 7 prostitutes a week and this and that. That's when people are going to want to disconnect with him. But if everything's just speculation, nobody's agreeing to anything, disagreeing to anything, nothing's going to happen, because at the end of the day, it's not to say he's doing anything wrong. It's just, they have an open marriage. Okay. Yeah. That's not hurting Under Armour. That's not hurting anything. So, okay, cool. But if it starts to sully his name, then that's when they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to have to cut ties with you because whatever. So for now, I believe they're fine.
Okay. I get you. And I agree under those circumstances, as long as nothing's, put out there. I think I agree. But it's just, as far as his brand being the wholesome, church going, making good. Another one, making good.
Yeah.
And her husband,
Devin Franklin, yo.
He filed for divorce. How do you feel about that?
We've already spoke about divorce. If your boyfriend and girlfriend, you guys break up, okay, so be it. Now, obviously, we don't know the ins and outs of the relationship, but man, like, it really was not salvageable. You guys really couldn't make it work. Like, it really does bother me when people get divorced. But
I agree. I knew something was up though with her new TV show. You might think I'm playing her new show on what's called on Prime. Oh, it's called Harlem on Prime. It's kind of like a black Sex in the City. It's pretty interesting, but it's very there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a show. It's acting.
Yeah.
But for somebody that personal life now is supposed to be in the church, her role and her character wouldn't really suit that well. You know what I mean? And I was looking kind of like, because there's one scene where I'm not gonna ruin it, but there's one scene where she's with somebody, and the scene itself is just a bad look. Like, even if you were married to an actress and she had to be in that look, just the way the visual of it just looks disgusting. So imagine, him being a very big person in the church, having his wife like that.
Hear me out. I know you've seen those videos, those memes where the dude, he's sweating and he's like say the plant or whatever, and he's like, can I get one of those plants? So you're describing it. I'm like, okay, so what's the show? Like, I gotta take notes. Okay. On Prime?
Yeah, on Prime.
I'm gonna check it out just for research purposes. I want to see what this is all about. You say it gets real nasty. It gets real nasty.
Just one scene that looks real bad, So, and it's not even her, but it's her interaction with somebody. So the whole point is for him, Devin Franklin,
Yeah.
and how big he is into the church. I was like, wow, okay, they're really, I don't know, trying to figure it out. And then legit
Mhm.
within, I believe it only started maybe at most a month ago, it might even be 3 or 2 weeks ago, the show came out. And now you filed for divorce. I'm like, that's kind of what I thought. It's kind of what I thought.
Mhm.
Just saying.
That
Yeah.
sucks, man. And then
Yeah.
Kanye, just up and down, where he's threatening Pete Davidson, say he knows the whole Wu Tang, he can get in touch. Anyways, we're not even gonna talk about that. But then him and Drake make up, and then they have a concert, and then he's pleading to Kim come back to him. I'm like, bro, you need to make up your mind, man. Do you want her or not? Because make up your mind. That's all I.
So I get you. What you're saying, I get, but remember what we talk about. Like he's definitely going through a lot. Like so, it's not even to give him a pass or not, but he's been diagnosed. So it's not even like one of those things where it's just like people could speculate or whatever. No, he definitely
Yeah.
has things he's working through, and that's not to give him a cop out because everyone has to own their own stuff. But I'm just saying. So he already know that. We know that. But regardless, I don't know what's going on with her and Pete Davidson, but she is still a married woman. And at the end of the day, I might again have a different view on the way marriage and stuff works, but I still don't think, regardless of whether you're 1 foot in the marriage, 1 foot out, I still think there's a way you conduct yourself until it's finalized that you are no longer carrying anything from
But
that person. Go ahead.
to be fair, though,
Mm-hmm.
he's been out on dates with other people as well, so we
I
can't
haven't
even.
seen that. I haven't seen him on dates with
Yeah,
people.
they were something where he was with some model, like, and I was like, okay, like I mean,
Okay,
they're
I didn't see
divorced or
that.
they're filing for divorce. This was like months ago though, so it was
Okay,
not recent.
was he holding hands
But
with her and stuff? I'm really
does it
asking.
matter? Oh, I
No,
thought
no,
you were
no,
trying to be
because
like, well, because they're not holding hands, but because
no, because I'm
Kim
just
and
saying,
Pete were holding hands,
are we
it was
confirmed
bad.
that it was a date and not, let's say, a business meeting or something? You don't get what I'm trying to say? Because
I'll
again,
try to make excuses for him, man.
I am not making excuses. I'm just being real because again, we don't know even Kim's relationship with. They could legit just be best friends. That's what it could be. But all I'm trying to say is the way it looks like. So it looks like he might have been on a date, but if they legit all we saw was them go into a restaurant and then leave a restaurant, it could have just been a business meeting. The only difference is between Kim and Pete is that I believe they went to an amusement park, holding hands, going on the ride together, doing all that. It just looks a little closer because they could just be friends or doing it for publicity as well. All I'm trying to say is I just think that there's a way you conduct yourself when still
Yeah.
married, when you're still connected to somebody.
Mhm.
And I'm not blaming her either because I can imagine what she's been going through dealing with him because he's
Yeah.
put her down even at least through media, at least from what media says. Because I
Mhm.
never really directly heard him say something bad about her, but through media they always say Kanye called her this or said this. So if all of that's true, she's probably been through a lot with him. So I'm not even. All I'm trying to say is that, like I said, when you're married, I think you should conduct yourself a certain way, and that's on both parties. So if he is
Yeah.
going on dates in public while he's still married, I think he needs to do better as well. And same thing. And I don't blame him for wanting to beat Pete Davidson up just because Pete Davidson looks stupid. Like I'd want to beat him up too. Like I'd be like, really, bro? Really? Like I'm cool with Pete Davidson, but something about his face bothers me too. Like I'm cool with him. Like I'm cool. Like I find him funny on quite a few things, but something about his face bothers me. Like if my wife left me for Pete Davidson, I probably wouldn't beat him up because he's with my ex-wife. I'd beat him up because he's Pete Davidson. Like that's why. Like it was just it would have nothing to do with her. For me, it's just the principle of you being Pete Davidson. That's it.
Okay.
You feel me?
I get what you're saying. No, I hear what you're saying.
Okay, I
Don't
think
say
you
I
get it because you
understand or I
pictured his
agree with
face. You pictured his face. You're like, I fully understand it. Makes sense. Yeah. Once again, This is Cuz the Internet podcast. I'm your host, Trey.
And I'm your host, Zay. And remember, if it's on the internet, we may talk about it. Hey, yo.
I
I missed this.